Welcome to Let's Talk Business Extra. On Skype now is James Akin Smith. James, thank you so much for coming onto Skype. I want to talk to you about the difference between coaching, mentoring, and being a business consultant. Can you sort of briefly give me the idea about where the lines of demarcation are on that?
Yeah, I'm happy to. Absolutely not a problem. I've done both roles. Business consultancy is, in simple terms, it's about coming in and fixing a specific problem. So it might be, we need a new website, we need to design a new machine. A consultant comes in and fixes it, deals with it, rolls up his sleeves, sorts it out for the business owner. A coaching role, mentoring role, much the same sort of thing, but coaching and mentoring really are about helping the business owner stand back from his business and understand a bit more clearly where he is, where he wants to go to, and then really acting as the catalyst to help him make that change. So it's more of a strategic role than a roll up my sleeves and fix a particular problem for you role.
What sort of thing do you see as business owners coming to you, and what's the common things that they have, the common themes? Do they not know that they're lost at sea, are they, or are they just pointing in a direction that might be the wrong one for them?
Well, I suppose I could summarize it and say that just about every business owner I've ever spoken to, and I've been a business owner for 30 years, so I've had all the challenges that there are. I think the things that we've all faced are probably broken down to three areas. It's time, it's team, or it's money, or it's a combination of those things. If you could imagine the old-fashioned Venn diagram from school with the overlapping circles, it's one of those. It varies owner to owner, but it's fundamentally, it's those three sectors. Typically, a business owner will say to me they've got a particular challenge in a particular area, and we'll go and have a look at that. After talking to them for a little bit, I quite often say to them, yep, that's interesting, get that bit, but have you seen the elephant in the room over here on the other side? And quite often they haven't, and so it's about pointing those things out to them.
Why is that, do you think? Why do business owners miss those obvious things?
Oh, I think it's a pretty straightforward answer, and it's something, again, we've all suffered from. Every business owner I've ever met is busy. He's busy doing stuff, or she's busy doing stuff all day long. I've never met anybody yet who said, yeah, I've got half a day or a day a week when I stare out of the window doing nothing. They're pretty much always busy doing things, dealing with emails, dealing with customers, dealing with challenges that crop up. They don't ever spend, or don't have the time, or make the time to stand back from their business and think strategically, and to think perhaps long term, and to really plan how to run the business over the coming years. It tends to be more short term. Business owners will often write business plans. They're often written for the bank, and they're brought out, dusted down, and plopped on the desk. And I say to people, when did you last read it, update it? Oh, well, never. I wrote it for the bank. So that, in summary, that's how it works.
A very interesting point about business plans, because we're doing something on that in the next coming weeks. So let's just pick up on that point, if I can, just for a short moment. Business plans, really, are they worth the paper that they're written on? Do you look at those? Is that the first thing that you go into a business and say, please, can I have your business plan?
I usually ask if I can see a business plan. There's normally a bit of a quiet silence, and they might have one. Typically, they don't. It's useful. Do I want to see 50 pages of closely typed text? No, I don't, because nobody's ever going to read it. No one's ever going to take notice of it. I tend to say, if it's more than one side of A4, it's probably too much. It should be that succinct. It should be clear, straightforward. Here's where we are. Here's where we want to get to. And in simple terms, here's how we're going to do it.
I totally agree about the one-page business plan. I think that's absolutely fundamental. I want to pick up, though, James, if I can, on a point that you made just a moment or two ago, was about business owners seeing or not seeing the elephant in the room. When you point out that to them, do they go, oh, yeah, well, I sort of knew about that, but I didn't do anything about it? And does that affect their business?
The answer is that quite a lot of them do fundamentally know that there's a problem elsewhere. They've probably not just addressed it, or they may not have come at it from the right angle. That's because they're busy doing things all day long. They just haven't seen it or haven't had time to see it. So I think generally people know what's going on. I don't think it's very easy for somebody like me to come in and tell somebody how to run their business. That's not what this is about. They know deep down how to run their business. What they perhaps need a bit of support with is prioritizing what's got to get done, and actually then sticking to a plan and moving forward every week, doing a little bit every single week. Then the example I give of that is that we've all been to seminars and workshops and made a page of notes and gone, great, I've got 20 great things I'm going to do when I get back to the office. And we come back to the office and the phone rings and somebody wants something and something happens. And we go, I'll just put that piece of paper down, I'll come back to it tomorrow and I'll deal with it then. And we never look at it again. It's just history. And so it's about actually seeing the problem or seeing the challenge. Well, it could be a positive challenge. It could be, I've got more business than I can deal with. Seeing it and actually doing something about it.
If there's one thing that business owners could do when they're starting their business, one thing they could really think about that would help them in the future, that you've seen business owners of a number of years have the problem with, what would that be?
Okay, I think the thing I would suggest that they do when they start is think about the end. So where are they trying to drive this business to? What is the ultimate goal? What's the purpose of it? Is it to sell it? Is it to pass it on to somebody else? Where do they want to get to? Because really every activity that they do almost from day one should be focused towards getting the business into the best possible condition so that they can either exit it or so that they can get it to a point where they haven't got to work in it or effectively it's running itself. It's almost start with the end in mind.
I like that. Start with the end in mind. And that is, I think, where we'll leave it, James. It's absolutely fantastic. If somebody wants to get in touch with you, I see you've got some fantastic branding behind you. I'm guessing that will lead to you.
It will do. My email is, do you want me to give you my email address and phone number now?
I tell you what we'll do. We'll take them from you afterwards and we'll put them up on the website. How about that?
Great. That's the best way to get hold of me.
I love that. It's great talking to you, James. Thank you so much for being there, and all the best with your business, and we'll catching up soon, no doubt.
Great. Thank you.